so good to be out of the United States.
I'm not booking with Expedia no more. I'm tired of them playing with me.
Zay and I are black girls living abroad. We moved out of the United States and it feels so good.
Hey vlog. I am so tired, y'all. It don't make no sense. It makes 0 sense how tired I am because alright, as you can see, we're in an airport.
First of all,
you know, if you couldn't tell.
what day?
Long story short. Okay, sorry. Alright, look. I'm not booking with Expedia no more. Okay? I'm tired of them playing with me. They keep playing with me. I'm tired of booking with them. So I'm not a super experienced traveler. So when I go to them for support and I'm asking them questions, I'm expecting to be helped and not to be inconvenienced. So essentially we literally booked our tickets not even 12 hours ago. And now we're here and we had to, you know, pack and get our stuff ready so that way we could go to the United States and get the rest of our belongings out of our previous household. It's been a really difficult situation to navigate because not because travel is hard or anything like that. It's just the timing. We completely were not expecting to have to go to the United States so soon, and that just impacted how it impacted just everything. So we impromptu had to go and find long-term housing, and God led us to our house, you know, thank God, and moved out of the Airbnb we were in, moved into that house last week.
House is really,
it's very nice.
Our house is very nice.
You'll see it in the vlog before this one. So we had to do that.
We finally did find our long-term housing here in Playa del Carmen, which has been a blessing because we were dealing with Airbnb, booking with some very unprofessional people like we spoke about in our last vlog, or last vlog, whatever. So we have finally found our home. Our home is beautiful. It's in an amazing location. It's way more affordable. And that transition is really, really exciting. It's so exciting knowing that we finally have what we came here for. You know what I mean? I feel like in times where God is blessing you, sometimes there's always tests too, other tests of faith. So I feel like this impromptu trip to the United States to evacuate our belongings from our previous place of lodging has been a test of faith because, as they said, we had a lot of issues with travel because we booked through Expedia. I never use Expedia for flights. I only ever use Google Flights, or I book with the airline directly. That way, in the case of any changes, the airline will literally just book your stuff, fix it, make you pay the difference. But when you book through a third party like Expedia or TripAdvisor or whatever you're booking from, you have to work with them to fix stuff, and it was a mess. It was literally a horror story. Expedia did a terrible job at giving us assistance, at providing us with viable solutions. So much so, they told us that they would call us 12 hours from last night. They told us they would call us 6 to 12 hours from last night to give us the flights that we needed to today, and we haven't even received a call from them yet, and we are already currently at the airport with flights that we had to book out of pocket, even though we had credits with them that they told us to cancel.
They told me to cancel my existing flight. They told me to cancel my existing flight to get credit so that I can apply it to these flights.
Right.
And then when I did it, they're like, "Oh, we don't have access to your ticket anymore." It was literally a complete mess. But I'm just grateful that God worked it out because we really needed to get on these flights today, and it needed to be these flights. It needed to be this flight that's going out, or the next one, 2 hours from now. But either way, it had to be this particular set of flights. We went to sleep at 2, got back up at 5:30, and we've been up ever since. It's now 9:30. Our flight is at 10:30. We're going to land at, I think, 1:30. And then we'll be in MIA for 4 hours. And we're going to take our second flight of the day to DC, and I'm just
Exhausted.
I'm already ready to be back. Okay, like let me just say that I'm already ready to just be back here, back in Mexico, back in our home. This whole process has just been about like following your intuition and doing what you know you were supposed to do the first time around, because we were literally saying like, you know, we should go ahead and put our stuff in storage, but that didn't end up happening, and now this whole situation transpired, and it's just been really, I've just, you know, me and Sierra, we've both just been like kicking ourselves in the behind, because we're like, dang, we should have literally just listened to what we knew was best for us in that situation and put our stuff in storage, because we knew that we had no intention of coming back, and we should have just, you know, walked by faith and not by sight, and not worried about the aftermath, because then
all of this would have been
like us having to impromptu go to get our stuff it wouldn't be an issue. But alas, here we are, and I know that with every lesson there's a blessing, you know what I mean? Like, the blessing in this is that we are closing out that chapter of our life. I'm so excited and happy to have been moved on from that portion of my life where it was just a lot of struggle and difficulty, and it was just very challenging. So, you know, going back to get our stuff is symbolic of just how like that portion of our life is over. It's done, it's closed, you know, like it's the nails in the coffin of something that's not coming back, you know. So there's that. And then additionally, you know, at the same time, God gave us our house. Like it's a house. Like it's an actual house. Like it's not an apartment, it's a house, you know. So I'm just excited to also just go back and plant our garden and decorate and make the house a home, like make it our home, because it is our home. And I'm just so happy about that. And despite the challenges, everything is still working out the way that it's supposed to. And I just know that going forward, it's important for both me and Sierra to do what we know is best for us to the first time around, because when you don't, those issues just come back later. Like, excited for the blessings that God has coming for us, because I know that like we were literally getting like angel numbers and, you know, tarot cards and stuff like that that's literally saying like, after this chapter has closed, you are going to be
everything's going to be
free flowing, and you are going to be blessed, and you're going to, you know, the opportunities and the things that you've been looking for, like they're going to be coming in. So I'm just so excited.
Oh my gosh,
you know,
and wait,
God,
I'm sorry.
because, you know, God, like he's very intentional. Like if he did not want us to be able to get our house in Mexico, move out and go here, we wouldn't. If that was not until in his will, it just would not happen. So I'm just happy that is something that he's wanted for us. And
Black Girl Joy retreats.
Right.
Azay and I will be hosting our very first Black Girl Joy Wellness Retreat right here in Mexico, and we are so excited to have you all join us. This Black Girl Joy Retreat will not only feature some of the Riviera Maya's most breathtaking and beautiful destinations, but will also be full of carefully curated workshops meant to help us Black girls learn how to prioritize our joy and self-care, embrace our beauty, tap into the best and most healed versions of ourselves, and take good care of our mental health. We are immensely excited to share this experience with you and give you a safe space abroad to connect with yourself and other like-minded Black girls on a deeper level. This is a safe space for all Black women. This retreat is plus size and queer friendly, and negativity of any kinds will not be allowed. If you are interested in going to this Black Girl Joy Wellness Retreat in 2025, please be sure to head to justforblackgirls.com and read more about this retreat and everything that is included. Choose a payment plan and make your first payment to secure your spot, as spots for this retreat are extremely limited. We love you, lovelies, and we cannot wait to see you all there.
Like Azay said, do not let what we're talking about overshadow the fact that Azay and I have a home. Azay and I know what to do to allow other Black women to have an even better experience when they come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Our Black Girl Joy Retreat is on. Y'all will be receiving emails about how y'all can, because me and Azay are going to talk about it, but Vlog Family, y'all get stuff first. I kind of want to meet with everyone individually for like a consultation and just talk to them and see like the things that they're really excited about, and you know, get a gauge and a feel for the community that's going to be there and that we're building. So we'll tell y'all all of the tea and all of the deets.
If
so
you're
if you're interested, you have to comment Black Girl Joy and reply with your email, so that way we can attach y'all to the email chain so y'all can get all of the updates.
Yes, DM Sierra on her Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna put it here and DM her. All right, so we will catch y'all later, probably when we hit to MIA. And we love y'all. We'll catch y'all later.
Bye. Vlog. Yeah, we made it from the airport yesterday.
Both airports.
You
know, we had that connection.
We were so tired, we could not even.
Yeah, like muster up the energy to check in with y'all last night. We went to sleep at 2, woke up at 5:30 to catch our flight at 10:30. Spent the whole day traveling. We did not get in here until 9:50. So the whole day.
That just makes me more tired just thinking about it.
And then we didn't go to sleep again until like 2 a.m. So now we're back up at 7:30 back up at 7 to go get breakfast at 7:30.
And we'll also be checking out today.
Yes, and to go to the mom's doctor's appointment. Then we're gonna be heading to where we were, our previous residence, to finish cleaning out our stuff.
Yes, but new beginnings.
New beginnings. Very, very, very excited.
I'm very excited to get that over and done with. I'm so looking forward to having our things in storage. That way that chapter can be tied up, closed up, and we can enjoy our new home in Mexico. Like, we're tired now. We have a lot of stuff to do now, but I know that God is just making us close out all of the old. That way we can truly, fully enjoy and appreciate the new. So. Yeah. Hey vlog, made it back home, y'all. We have just finished taking a trip to the United States. Make sure y'all watch part 1 and part 2 of our moving vlog, because y'all will see Azay and I literally,
September was insane.
Like, we literally went, we had to move out of the place we were staying in Mexico first. Yep. Then we moved into our house because Zay and I have a house. So I'm saying, if y'all have not already, check out our last 2 vlogs, because those
house vlogs, all of that stuff is in those vlogs.
So, and we told y'all at the end of that vlog, at part 2, that Zay and I had to take a trip to the United States. All within the same week, by the way. We had to take a trip to the United States to put our stuff in storage, because Zay and I are officially moving to Mexico. It's solidified. We have our place. We have our lease. Zay and I are black girls living abroad. We moved out of the United States, and it feels so good. It feels so good to be out of the United States. Do y'all hear me?
Lift his name on high, y'all.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Spirit, because moving has been insane. Moving has been so insane, and Zay and I are so happy to catch up with y'all
and just give you more about our journeys here so far. So we are in Mexico. We're here for 4 months, like we said. Then we had to go to the United States, clear out our stuff from our old residence, and then settle in here. But we landed our house here before we left.
Exactly.
So when we moved in, literally not even a week later, we had to fly out to America, and that was insane. And so we wanted to just give you an update on how things have been here. So for me, I'm just blown away by the affordability. That was number 1. Like we said, we talked a little bit more about this in our other vlogs, but the affordability. So if you don't know, Sierra and I, in our upbringing, had to deal with a lot of homelessness and instability. Sierra and I are not related. So on my side, me, my mom, and my younger brother, we were homeless for around 6 years. living in a transitional housing facility. So it was really monumental to now be in our own place, that my name is on a lease and that I can afford, at 22 years old. It is nothing but a miracle from God. And on Sierra's side, I'll let her tell her story, but she dealt with similar things in terms of housing instability, homelessness, etc. So first and foremost, it is just a huge miracle
and relief
that God answered our prayers in a way that I could not have anticipated. We talk more about that in the first vlog. But number one, I just want to talk about the affordability. I asked God, and we were asking God for a place that we could afford to pay for. It's in a beautiful location, spacious housing, it's modern. We will be in a city that has a lot to do. And I didn't, say, God, I want to be in New York, or God, I want to be in California. Like, please, give me the money to do that. Just put it in God's hands, pray for it, kept our heads down, worked, held out, waited, and this is where he led us. He just led us here, and being here, we found that all of those things are being checked off. Affordability, check. Spacious housing, check. Modern, check. In a bustling city with things to do, check. International airport, check. Culture and things, because in our last place of residence, safety, because in our last place of residence, it was like we were like in the middle of nowhere. Like, we were in Virginia, not in Virginia Beach or anything like that, and it just wasn't a lot to do. So we're like, God, the next place we go, we're young, we want to have things to do. This is where he led us. So in the things that we can do, it's not like if we were in New York, or if we were in DC, if we were in Miami or Las Vegas, we're not spending over $100 every time we go out. Every time we go out, we're spending like $30 or less, and it's fun, and it's still a great experience, and the food is great, and the vibes are great, and the ambiance is great. But it's not just living here, period. Like, they call this the Las Vegas of Mexico. Like, we're in a tourist spot. We're by an international airport. It's a big bustling city with all kinds of things to do. Beaches. And it's still
and the beach
nowhere near as expensive as it would be to live, let's say in let's say Las Vegas, and you're literally in the middle of a desert. It's hot. Like, yeah, there's stuff to do, but you're going to pay for it. You understand what I'm saying? So rent here, like, we pay like literally about $700 a month. And our electric is every other month, so like we pay every 2 months. So that an electric bill, that's not something that we have to think about all the time. Water bill, that is monthly, but it's around it's anywhere between 15 and 30 bucks. Our Wi-Fi is included here, and gas, you pay gas up front. You pay for gas, it's like 45, 50 bucks to get your gas tank installed, and then you won't have to worry about gas for another 3 to 6 months, depending on how much hot water you use. So that's my first point, affordability. Like, that blows my mind, and that's why I can see us, and I think maybe Sierra would agree, like, being here longer than our lease.
Yeah, and honestly, we just wanted to talk to any black women who are considering living and moving abroad. Like, I'd say make that move, okay? Take that leap of faith and really put yourself first. It's not only the affordability that drove us here, that's just the tip of the iceberg. What really, really has been a motif and is in my life has been taking care of our mental health. Like, being in the United States, the energy is so hostile. You almost don't even have the time nor space or the wherewithal to actually prioritize what's going on here and how it affects you. So not only is the food quality in the United States much worse, not only is it just, the quality of living is just very poor in the United States. And I know it's ironic. Black women, anyone who's considering moving abroad, I highly suggest that you do so. There are so many people who are beginning the journey of expatting, being a digital nomad for many, many, many reasons. And I feel like it's so important that you, especially as black women, you become okay with redefining what success and what a good life looks like for you. I didn't particularly know that I would be here in Mexico. However, I'm so happy that I listened when God called me and Azay to come here. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be Mexico. So many black women and black people are expatting and digital nomading everywhere. People are in Bali, Costa Rica, Panama, Peru, Thailand, Guatemala, Mexico, places in Africa. People are everywhere. So I'm so happy that God allowed Zay and I to move out of the United States and to have such a soft transition. So though it was difficult going back to the States to put our stuff in storage, because to be quite frank, Zay and I were kind of leaving a very hostile situation, a hostile housing situation. And, you know, after talking to God and God putting in our spirits, like, you know what? We don't have to live that way. We don't have to put up with things that are literally impeding on our overall well-being
and health
and joy. Like our mental health wellness, our joy, our safety, our well-being is of the utmost importance, even if to some people that's the least of their concerns. And especially to any black women who's considering moving, or who watches this channel and they feel like inspired, or they feel like, you know, yes, it is possible to have reprieve. It is possible to leave the U.S. and to still be okay. You know, you don't have to stay in the same environments that have not been kind to you.
Yeah.
You do not have to stay in the same environments that have made you sick. Being in the United States literally makes us sick because of how they treat us as black people, black women, because of the food, because of the racism, the lack of affordability, the lack of care that we receive as black people and as human beings. It's sickening, it's tiresome, and we're not alone. There are so many people who are making that move, and I feel like, especially when you are moving into a new beginning, like Zay and I, we literally got our house signed in like it's school. Sorry y'all, I'm a baby. But we got our house, we signed our lease, and right after we did that, we almost didn't even have a lot of time to celebrate because we had to go to the US to clean house from the place that which we came from and put it in storage. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna allow that crazy experience of having to do the U-Haul, whatever, take away from the fact that Zay and I are redesigning our lives in a way that will prioritize our peace. It makes me emotional. In a way that prioritizes our peace, our joy, our safety, our well-being, our health, and just all of the good things that God continuously assures us we deserve and that we will receive in this life. And God has done it for us, and God will definitely do it for all of his children and do it for you, you know. And also, I know that we have a large audience and community of black women who are more mature, who do have families. Let me assure you, there are black women over here, anytime they talk to us, they like, dang, you ain't got kids? Everybody over here got kids.
People we met without kids.
We're the first people that these other black women and people are meeting that don't have kids. People are bringing their kids.
People are bringing their husbands.
People are bringing their husbands.
People are bringing
their moms and their whole families to get well and to get better. Like, our family and our, like, health issues here are being dissipated just from being out of the United States. Like, we're hearing stories of people whose family members, you know, they have inflammation. Our own experiences with family members who have chronic illnesses or diabetes or high cholesterol and all of that stuff. All of that stuff is done. All of that stuff is fading away just from being out of the U.S. So, yeah, I definitely think that in terms of moving abroad and living abroad as black women, take the leap. Trust God, go where you feel called to go, and of course do your planning, do your research, you know, pay attention to the logistics, but don't think that something is out of reach or that it won't be safe or that you're alone, because that could not be farther from the truth. There are communities, Stephanie Perry,
Rashida Dow,
Picky Girl Travels the World, Designing Ease. It's so many black women.
We'll link them down below if you're not familiar.
There are so many black women from all different kinds of walks of life who are doing this work to radically reimagining and redefining their lives. Like,
Yeah.
Azay and I are recovering from a lot of burnout, from a lot of mental health issues, from a lot of stress, and just we're recovering from a lot, and
We're taking you all on a journey with us.
we're taking you all on this journey with us.
I think we definitely want to introduce to you all our Black Girl Joy Fridays. Every Friday we will have a vlog coming out. Sometimes it will be a game, sometimes it will be us doing wellness work, and we also will be posting that on shorts, so make sure to follow along on shorts and on Instagram and TikTok, because we will be posting this Black Girl Joy. Essentially, it's going, like we said, it's our journey of healing from dealing with a lot of
Stressors,
chronic stress, and how that has impacted our health, how that has, like, literally, y'all, I would be having frequent chest pains, like gaining a whole bunch of weight, not doing well, and I'm only 22, with how much stress that I was under. Same thing with Sierra, you know, like it was a lot. Like our mom, you know, every time she goes to the doctor, her blood pressure is raised, and this is raised, and that is raised. And in 4 months of being here, when she went back to the doctors, everything being normal, her A1C being even lower, because we started the work while we were there.
Oh, definitely.
Which is of course important, but literally to the point where, well, you don't even need this medication. You can come off of these things. So we're saying, like, these things are not hypotheticals. They're real. They're real life changes that are happening for our health across all boards, no matter if you're 22 and 23 like Sierra and I, or you're more mature, whether, like, people are coming here for a better life. And if you are interested in that, and maybe if you can't do it right now, like you said, you can follow us along on this journey. We're calling it Black Girl Joy Fridays, and Black Girl Joy in general. Follow us along on our vlogs,
and go to our blog, Just for Black Girls. JustForBlackGirls.com is a safe space and a hub for Black women.
Yes.
Azay and I are going to be making a lot of blogs, and Azay and I are also hosting a Black Girl Joy Wellness Retreat.
Yes.
If you are a Black woman who is interested in visiting this particular part of Mexico, they call this the Mex-Caribbean, okay? If you are interested,
the Las Vegas of Mexico.
if you are if you're interested in visiting the Riviera Maya, if you are interested in seeing what life could be like here in Mexico, or being a digital nomad, if you love all things mental health, wellness, joy, self-care, like,
and being with like-minded Black women,
yes,
who are here to help you reconnect with yourself and empower you to
heal,
change your life, and to heal, and to take charge of your life for the better, so you can start living how you actually want to. That is what this retreat is about. It's going to be happening in March. We're going to link the details down below.
Yes.
And all the inclusions down below. It's on the site, justforblackgirls.com. So yeah,
yes. Being out of the U.S. has been a blessing,
yeah,
and we're so excited to take you all along this journey of us, you know, being out of the U.S. and living abroad as Black women for the first time.
And if you have any other questions, like in terms of like medical care or, you know, stuff like that, like we can definitely help with that. Like we said, we don't have any children, so in terms of schooling, we might have to, you know, tap on our other connects, in terms of that information. But we literally be seeing Black kids on their scooters going to school. It's some schools around here, you know, we see them in their little uniforms, on their bikes, going to school. Like they're here, you know. It's a big community of Black people and Black families here, specifically in Playa del Carmen. So if you have that as a question, we, you know, just drop your questions down below. Drop your questions down below if you have any more questions, and if you want us to do more videos like this talking about our experiences, because we definitely do have some.
Yes, we do love living abroad.
Yeah, it's great. Like, we don't have any complaints. We do have some things that
we wish we would have knew beforehand,
but also too, that's life. You have to jump, and whatever happens afterward, you just deal with it, and now that's wisdom that you can pass on to other people. So that's actually a blog post that's coming out. So like we said, go to the blog, become a member, so you can get notified every time we post. It's 100% free. Nothing, you know, all of the blogs are 100% free, so you don't have to worry about that.
And turn your post notifications on so you do not miss a vlog. And we love you, lovelies.
And, you know, come with us as we heal and also prioritize our own wellness and mental health wellness, and encourage you to do the same.
Yes.
So we love you, lovelies, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
Bye.